Do you think Donald Trump's making God decisions?
He is making God decisions. He's making Yahweh type God decisions. Okay, and here's why I say that.
Yeah, I think we're conflating something here.
Hmm?
Because I don't think he's making decisions that are, I think he's making decisions that have been informed by a lot of nature, and it's not a nurture decision, it's not a decision based on coming forth of a genuine self. It's,
Right.
It's the coming forth
It's
of
infantile.
what he's adopted and adapted to, and what he's inherited.
It's Yahweh. It's infantile. Okay, I mean, the other example, which we've had in the movies this year,
The rich boy dispensation.
right, is
Has all the cards and has all the power.
right.
And he's
Florence,
Trump, so what are you going to do?
yeah, Florence Foster Jenkins, right? Everybody goes along with her, doesn't tell her she can't sing for crap, right? And so she never individuates. Okay, she just goes based on whatever she wants to do, whatever she thinks is right. Okay, which is what would happen if nobody ever corrects you. Then it's okay when you're 2 years old still to be crying if you wet your pants, right? But if you're 2.5 and you're still crying when you wet your pants, maybe your mom better go whip up on you a little bit, okay? And no, really, and Edinger's point is that we only individuate through pain, through this Job cycle, okay? And he says it goes over and over and over again through life. I mean, we're all going through it right now in one way or another, right? And so it's a defeat. I mean, it's a contest, a defeat, a lamentation about the defeat, and then a rebirth into something new, okay? And that makes us the unique individual we become. As Edinger says, we're stepping out of this field of just the collective archetype, and we're becoming uniquely ourselves. And we can talk about the president, but my cut on it is he hasn't been corrected very much in his lifetime, very much like Florence Foster Jenkins, and so he's gotten away with a hell of a lot. And so now all of a sudden he's getting corrections left and right. The judges aren't letting him do this stuff, right? Some things are not being allowed. He's not getting away with it on television anymore. And so all of a sudden he's getting the corrections that he never got before, okay, in his life. So he didn't become fully individuated. Now, the question is he actually mentally ill, or is he just individuated, immature, infantile? And therefore, if he gets corrected a few times, is he smart enough to then correct his own behavior so that he can actually have a good presidency? Okay, we'll know the answer.
The word's not smart enough, humble enough might be the word.
Well, and it takes humility. It does take humility. And Edinger talks about that at one point here, where even soldiers coming back from the war, if they're victorious, you have to hold them aside. You have to put them in garrison for a week or two to have them settle down, to get humble again. And it's like, remember in the movie Patton's talking about how the Caesars, when they came into Rome from a victorious campaign, would have a slave in the chariot with them, whispering, "Remember, all fame is fleeting." Right?
Yeah, Robert Johnson talked about that in one of those little thin books he wrote. He said he had he was just inflated. He had some big production. Maybe he released a book and it was selling like guns, And he said he was just so excited. He went to a restaurant and he treated the waiter like shit,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, I forgot to balance myself. So every time he does something that's really, that gets him real inflated, he has to do something consciously to deflate himself.
Yeah.
Sackcloth and ashes.
Yeah.
Right, and so you have to keep that balance, and this is what Jung was talking about you can't be the shaman, right? That's an inflation too, right? You have to learn how to balance it within yourself.